Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beyond the Gates channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit like for more daily drama updates and spoilers. Your support truly means a lot and helps our channel grow every day. Now, let's jump straight into today's exciting update. The emotional storm surrounding Fairmont Crest continues to grow stronger, and with every passing day, the lives of its residents become more deeply intertwined in love, betrayal, guilt, and dangerous secrets. Fresh from one of the most heartfelt and vulnerable moments of her life, Shanice now finds herself standing at another emotional crossroads. After finally allowing herself to acknowledge the feelings she had tried so desperately to suppress, she realizes that falling in love is only the beginning of an even more complicated journey. Her growing relationship with Ted has opened a new chapter filled with hope, but hope often comes hand in hand with uncertainty. As Wednesday's episode unfolds, the excitement of newfound romance quickly gives way to thoughtful conversations, unexpected family reactions, emotional confrontations, and mysterious encounters that may change everything. Every character carries their own emotional burden, and every decision they make threatens to reshape the future in ways they never expected. Only a short time ago, Shanice experienced the kind of moment that changes a person's life forever. Ted had gathered every ounce of courage he possessed and looked directly into her eyes before confessing that he was falling in love with her. His words were honest, sincere, and completely unguarded, leaving Shanice overwhelmed by emotions she had been trying to keep buried. Instead of responding with the truth, she allowed fear to take control. Haunted by painful memories and emotional scars from her past, she quickly invented an excuse and quietly walked away before revealing what was truly in her heart. It wasn't that she didn't love Ted or that she doubted the connection they shared. Instead, the emotional baggage she had carried for so long convinced her that opening her heart completely might only lead to more heartbreak. For a brief moment, it appeared as though the past had once again stolen her chance at happiness. But love has a remarkable way of calling people back when they least expect it. After wrestling with her fears and confronting the emotional walls she had built around herself, Shanice realized she could no longer allow yesterday's pain to dictate today's happiness. Determined to stop running from her feelings, she made her way to Ted's door, her heart pounding with anticipation and vulnerability. Standing before him, she finally spoke the words she had been too afraid to say only hours earlier. With complete honesty, Shanice admitted that she was falling in love with him too. The relief that washed over both of them transformed the moment into something unforgettable, marking a beautiful milestone in their relationship. It wasn't simply a declaration of love. It was Shanice choosing courage over fear and hope over heartbreak, proving that sometimes the greatest victories come from facing the emotional battles within ourselves. As Wednesday arrives, however, the glow of that romantic breakthrough gives way to another conversation that may prove just as significant. Rather than simply basking in the happiness she now shares with Ted, Shanice seeks out someone whose opinion carries tremendous weight, Nicole. Their meeting promises to be open, sincere, and deeply personal as the two women sit down for a candid discussion centered entirely around Ted. Nicole has never hidden the fact that she genuinely likes Shanice and supports her relationship with Ted. She has no objections to the growing romance between them, nor does she appear threatened by the bond they have formed. Yet Nicole occupies a unique place in Ted's life, knowing him more intimately than almost anyone else ever could. Her understanding of his strengths, weaknesses, dreams, disappointments, and emotional patterns gives her a perspective that Shanice simply cannot possess. That reality makes their conversation especially meaningful because every word Nicole chooses could influence how Shanice views the future she is beginning to build with Ted. Whether Nicole offers encouragement, caution, wisdom, or revelations about the man Shanice is falling for, the discussion promises to become one of the episode's most emotionally compelling moments. Elsewhere, another family faces an entirely different emotional challenge, one rooted not in romance, but in devastating medical uncertainty. Naomi has already begun sharing the life-changing news of her positive BRCA test results with the people closest to her. On Tuesday, she found the strength to tell Anita and Vernon about her diagnosis, opening the door to painful conversations about health, family history, and an uncertain future. Surprisingly, however, one person remained in the dark longer than anyone expected, her own father. It almost seems unbelievable that Bill, despite everything happening around him, somehow remained unaware while everyone else learned the truth before he did. Whether by circumstance or simple bad timing, the information reached nearly everyone except the man whose reaction Naomi perhaps feared the most. As Wednesday's episode unfolds, it finally becomes Bill's turn to hear the heartbreaking news directly from his daughter. The emotional weight of that conversation is impossible to ignore. Naomi braces herself for whatever response may come, uncertain whether her father will react with anger, regret, sadness, or overwhelming concern. Bill has never been the easiest man to predict, and his complicated personality leaves Naomi uncertain about how he will process such devastating information. Yet when the truth finally reaches him, his response leaves her completely stunned. Rather than unfolding exactly as she had imagined, Bill's reaction catches Naomi entirely off guard, creating an emotional moment that neither father nor daughter could have anticipated. Whatever emotions rise to the surface, the conversation promises to deepen the already complicated relationship between them, while reminding viewers that even the strongest families can be shaken by unexpected news. At the same time, Dani finds herself standing dangerously close to the edge of an emotional collapse. Her inner world has become increasingly unstable as guilt, confusion, and emotional exhaustion continue to pile on top of one another. Ever since her scandalous night with Bill, she has struggled to reconcile her actions with the person she believes herself to be. Every memory of that encounter weighs heavily on her conscience, refusing to let her find peace. Those unresolved feelings have begun spilling into every other part of her life, especially her growing relationship with Andre. While Andre repeatedly assures Dani that she is the one person who makes him feel safe, loved, and emotionally secure, Dani finds it increasingly difficult to accept his affection without being haunted by the mistakes she continues to carry in silence. The contrast between Andre's trust and her own guilt creates an emotional imbalance that threatens to unravel everything they have built together. Or, as if those emotional struggles weren't already enough, Dani is also trying to process Naomi's courageous decision to reveal her BRCA status to the family. The revelation sends fresh waves of concern through everyone around her, adding another layer of emotional pressure to an already unbearable situation. According to the week's teasers, the family dynamics become even more complicated when Anita finally reaches a breaking point. Rather than comforting Dani or giving in to her latest request, Anita decides that what her daughter truly needs is a firm dose of tough love. She refuses Dani's request outright, forcing Dani to confront difficult truths she may have been avoiding for far too long. Sometimes the people who love us most understand that compassion also requires honesty, and Anita's refusal may ultimately become the wake-up call Dani desperately needs, even if it hurts in the moment. Meanwhile, another storyline continues drifting into increasingly mysterious territory as Deanna pursues a deeply personal mission of her own. Determined to destroy her mother's relationship, she remains actively focused on driving a wedge between Joey and Vanessa, convinced that their romance should never survive. In an unsettling twist, Deanna has even begun holding conversations with her deceased father as she navigates her emotional campaign, blurring the line between grief, obsession, and unresolved pain. Whether these conversations represent comfort, denial, or calculated manipulation remains uncertain, but they reveal just how emotionally consumed she has become. Ironically, while Deanna believes she is successfully convincing everyone that she has accepted Joey's relationship with Vanessa, she has no idea that Joey already sees through her performance. He recognizes that her apparent acceptance is nothing more than an act, leaving Deanna unknowingly playing a dangerous game with someone who understands far more than she realizes. Just when her complicated mission appears to dominate her every thought, fate unexpectedly places someone new in Deanna's path. She suddenly encounters a handsome stranger who appears to be in genuine need of help. The meeting feels almost too perfectly timed, raising immediate questions about coincidence and intention. Is this simply an unexpected opportunity for kindness, or is there something much more complicated hiding beneath the surface in a town where secrets rarely stay buried and appearances often prove deceiving? Trusting a stranger can become an enormous risk. As Deanna considers whether to believe the mysterious newcomer, viewers are left wondering if this chance encounter marks the beginning of a promising connection or the first step toward an entirely new web of deception. Adding yet another layer of intrigue, the lingering mystery surrounding Lynette Wise refuses to disappear. Not long ago, Haley found herself facing difficult questions from Smitty regarding Lynette's unexplained disappearance. Forced to think quickly, Haley did everything she could to answer his questions without exposing more than she intended. Whether Smitty accepted her explanations remains impossible to know, and uncertainty continues hanging over their conversation. At the same time, one major piece of the puzzle remains frustratingly unresolved. Viewers still have not learned exactly how Randy managed to remove Lynette from the DMV records, a mystery that continues fueling speculation with every passing episode. The fact that Lynette's name has suddenly resurfaced again suggests there is far more beneath the surface than anyone has yet uncovered, making it increasingly clear that this storyline is far from over. Before Wednesday's episode reaches its conclusion, Haley takes another significant step by informing Randy that she has done him a favor regarding Lynette. Her cryptic remark immediately raises fresh questions about what she actually means. Is she referring to the careful way she handled Smitty's interrogation, successfully protecting Randy from unwanted suspicion? Or is there another secret action she has taken behind the scenes, one that viewers have not yet witnessed? The ambiguity surrounding her words only deepens the suspense, hinting that hidden alliances and dangerous cover-ups may still be unfolding out of sight. As every storyline moves forward simultaneously, Wednesday's episode promises an unforgettable blend of romance, emotional revelations, family conflict, psychological tension, and growing mystery, ensuring that the residents of Fairmont Crest remain caught in a whirlwind where every confession, every secret, and every unexpected encounter carries the power to change lives forever.